Hi, my name is Melissa Gifford, and for this project I chose to make visualizations of the low temperatures of Vancouver, Washington. Um, my motivations for doing this was the fact that I grew up in Vancouver and it's where I call home. I think it's important to see trends in the lows as well as it is to look at the highs. And a lot of people focus on the highs, so I wanted to focus on the lows. Um, the data pulled and visualizations done shows seasonal changes. Um, these seasonal changes, for example, is February has the lowest lows and July and August have the highest lows, which makes sense for the region. The websites I used was US climate data. Um, and for this one, I had to use the read clipboard function to highlight the text and transport it into R that way. And then I obtained CSV files from the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration using their daily summaries for locations and the local climatological data for stations located in Vancouver. I then took this data and made smooth scatter plots. And these are the smooth scatter plots of the data collected from NOAA. Um, they're pretty similar. Two of them are pretty similar. One of them shows a little difference, but it represents different, the top two represent different areas within Vancouver. These are the smooth scatter plots from the data collected from US climate. And since I had to just clip each month by month, these are the monthly breakdowns of the data that was actually available. So this site didn't have data for November 2017 through November 2018. There were months missing. So I've got November's of 2017 and then January, February, and March of 2018, which are on this page. And then I have May, June, August, and September. And those are the only months that I was able to gather information from. But you can see in these that November, the lowest low is in the 20s, but it goes all the way up to almost 45 in November of 2017. And then in January, the low, once again, is in the 20s. But when you come into February, you see the lows dropping all the way into the teens. If you look at February, you can see that the temperature ranges are from, I believe that's 15 to 45. And so you see some that are at like 16, 17, 18 degrees. And these are the days we typically tend to get snow or freezing rain or ice accumulations happening in the valley floors. And then in March, you see the temperatures start to begin to rise again, with the lowest lows being at 25, and then you can see them rising steadily over the month. And then in May, you see that the lowest lows are above freezing, which is what we expect. There are some days where it dips. That's not unexpected, but for the most part, we're seeing lows in the 40s and 50s. And then in June, you see them going even higher into the 50s, high 50s, up to 60s for the lows, which is what we expect for that time of year. And then in August, we see fairly high lows. Highest or the lowest low in August is about 45, and those are unexpected lows. I didn't expect to see lows that low, but it just shows that there's a transition beginning into the seasons. And then in September, you can see it's actually broken down a little bit better in 2-degree increments. So you can see that the lowest is 38 towards the end of the month of September, but we have days that are over 50. And I think these information is important to know. And that's what I did my project on. Have a great term. Have a happy holidays. Thank you and goodbye.